Good morning, it is Mr. G here. Today we are going to talk about area. Last day we talked about perimeter, so if we were talking about how that pertains to a yard, the perimeter would be like the distance of the fence added all up, and then you get the perimeter. Today we're going to talk about area. So area would be like the area inside of the yard, so everything inside of the fence. So last day I gave you a special cheat code, which was perimeter equals side plus side plus side, however many sides there are. And for area equals length times width. So anytime you want to calculate area, that's the formula you need. So for this lesson, we're just calculating area with simple shapes, such as squares and rectangles. So nothing else but basically shapes that have four sides. So with our formula, all you have to do is find a length and a width and times them together. That's it. So to calculate the area or all of the grass inside of your yard, you would go to one side of your fence and you would measure the length. Then you'd go to another side of your fence and measure the width. And you'd multiply them together and that will give you the answer. It's amazing. Now, it's really important to know that area is a two-dimensional shape because we're multiplying two sides together. So if we're measuring things in meters, well, then everything's going to be in meters squared. So we're multiplying two things together, so everything is going to be squared. So just add a little 2 on top of whatever units that you're using. So a reason why calculating area is so important is because when you get older, you actually need to do it. So let's say you were putting in flooring like carpets. So you'd actually have to calculate the whole area of your basement or your living room or your bedroom, whatever it is that you were wanting to do, and go to the carpet store and tell them, hey, this is how much carpet I need. This is the area of flooring. Another example would be if you were seeding your yard with grass. It's the same thing I talked about. You want to calculate, hey, how much grass do I need to put down? What's the area in my yard? Well, measure one side of your fence, the length, measure the other side of the fence, which would be the width, times them together, and then you have your area of your yard, and then you can calculate how much grass seed to buy. I'm going to give you guys a question over here. You can see it is a polygon with length and width. I want you guys to see if you can calculate this question, and then you'll know that you'll be on your way. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a real world problem. Here is my kitchen, and let's just say that we were gonna put some laminate floor inside the kitchen. Well, obviously I have an island that's built here, so it would be a waste of money if I put laminate floor, because it's expensive. It would be a waste of money if I put laminate floor underneath the island. So instead of putting laminate floor there, we decided not to waste our money and do that, but we put laminate floor throughout the rest of the kitchen. Now, I'm going to give you a question, and I'm going to see if you guys can calculate how much laminate floor we would need for this situation. So the length this way is 10 meters, and the width of the kitchen is 5 meters. And we also have the island. The island is 2 meters by 1 meter. Okay, so it has a length of 2 meters and a width of 1 meter. And we have a length of 10 meters and a width of 5 meters for the kitchen. So how much laminate floor would we need to do the kitchen? Hope you guys gave it a shot. If you weren't able to do that, I've just decided to map everything out for you, kind of put the visualization onto paper. So once again, pause the video here and see if you can calculate how much laminate we would need. So we don't need laminate here, but we need laminate everywhere else. So how many square meters of laminate would we need to order? All right, so hopefully you guys have your answers committed. If you weren't able to do this, no sweat, no problem. This is a level 4 question. This question exceeds everything, all expectations for the unit. So if you are able to do this, then you are really grasping this whole unit and this concept, which is really fantastic. This is a very difficult question. So we're going to have to calculate two areas. So we have our formula, area equals length times width. We have four sides, so we have 5 meters here, 5 meters here, 10 meters here, and 10 meters here. So we're going to just say, hey, this is the length, and we'll call this the width. So area equals length times width. So length is 10 meters. So we're going to go area equals 10 times 5. So our area for this is 10 times 5 is 50 meters square. So this whole area here is 50 square meters. Obviously, we don't want to order that much laminate though. So we need to cut some laminate out. So we need to cut this bit out. So all we're going to do is calculate this area, and since we're cutting it out, guess what process we would use? We would use subtraction. Okay? So we're going to take this area and subtract it by whatever this area is. So it's the exact same formula. Area equals length times width. Well, we'll just call this side the length this time. It doesn't really matter. Length is 1 meter. The width is 2 meters. 1 times 2 is 2 meters square. So 2 meters square. So we have 50 meters square subtracted by 2 meters square, and that gives us 48 meters square. So we just saved ourselves 2 square meters of materials, which maybe is like 50 bucks. I have no idea, but that's like a lot of McDonald's, which is pretty awesome. So if you're able to get that, let me know down in the comments. If you weren't able to get that, once again, no sweat. As long as you can understand area equals length times width, whenever you need to calculate that, take this side, times them together, and don't forget to square whatever units you are measuring. That is the lesson for today. I hope that you guys get that. And let me know, once again, if you have any questions, let me know how you're doing. It is great to hear from you, and we are pretty much done this unit. Tomorrow we will be doing volume, so see you then.